I've always, on the entrepreneurial side, I've always been interested in, I don't know, just doing the normal system of finish uni, get a job. Just it didn't appeal to me. Just didn't, I wasn't interested in doing that. Just, I'm not sure. I think maybe there was a side of me that was looking at like not interested in having a boss, maybe, but I'm not too sure. But I know it just I was always certain that the normal office life, at least office, I was sure I don't want an office. I want to be able to work from anywhere. So like the whole digital nomad and work from home thing was always appealing to me. But I don't think entrepreneurship itself was necessarily something I always wanted to do. But I know the normal 9 to 5 job just it didn't work for me. So I am an entrepreneur. I run a company called Agency Dev, and what we do is we help agencies scale faster. So if any of you guys watching have an agency doing 3K to 10K per month and want our help to get to six-figure months faster, then we can set up a long-term deal. That I also run some other smaller businesses and networking things on the side, but that's on the side. My first experience in business or entrepreneurship was freelancing. So in about just after 10th grade, or maybe towards the end of 10th grade, I'm not sure, but around 10th grade or 11th grade, I started freelancing because I was good at design, graphic design. Normally, naturally good. I'm naturally good at drawing and arts and that kind of thing. And I just wanted to. I'm not sure what made me start, but I think probably for money, just make a bit of money off it. That was probably the mindset behind it. But like, I just started freelancing, went on Fiverr, create an account, go on Upwork, create an account, and just, all right, I know how to do graphic design. I'm good at Photoshop there. And I didn't make anything in a month, like no clients, nothing. And I was like, all right, how do I get good at this? So I signed up for web development courses, web design courses, and I focus more on action than learning. So from the time that I started learning web design, I knew nothing in code. I knew nothing about Figma. I knew nothing about HTML, CSS, anything. From the time I started learning to the time that I started freelancing, started looking for projects, about that was less than a week. Because what I would do is like I'll find a YouTube video on HTML, for example, which is basically website design, website development, and I'd watch one video and then I just use what I learned to try and make a random website, and that's how I'll just continue doing. So by the time I'd often practice by I'd open a real website, like maybe Nike's website, and then use Chrome to do that inspect thing, and then look at all the source code that they have and just try copying it out and figuring out what does what. So that's how I learned quickly. And by the time after that week, I already had made about 10 to 20 websites, which were just like copies of other websites, but just with different names, with different words, same animation, same everything. So I learned three programming languages: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all within a week. Had 10 to 20 projects, and that was basically my portfolio because my Fiverr portfolio was empty. I didn't have any previous work before, so I just put those there and just put that there. Made a Google Drive folder, and just had that. Then I started doing that with other things. Started doing that with copywriting. That just built a large portfolio of random things because I just want to. All right, let if I can't get graphic design, let me try this. Then let me try this. Then let me try this. And I was just trying different things, and so I can freelance for basically everything. And so I started getting some clients, like maybe $100 a month, $100 project, $50 projects. Started getting some occasionally from these things. And I remember one thing that helped me with that was I saw a video by a guy called Ali Abdal, and he was talking about packaging, where if you package two different services and make them into like a package deal, you can usually increase the price. So what I did was I because my main thing was graphic design, web design and graphic design, like hand in hand. Those were the skills I'm best at. I was best at, as well as copywriting. So what I did was, for example, if a guy is doing $100 project, I went to him. It was around $100 the first time I tried this. I went to him and I said, "Hey, I'm making this website for you for $100. If I cover all the graphic design, if I write all the copy, if I do everything that I built the whole website A to Z, like everything about the website, the graphic part, the animation part, the VSL video part, the copywriting part, the web design part. If I do everything, will you pay me $300?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Cool, like that works." So I started doing that again and again and again, and it got to the point that I could make $500 in a week. So basically 2K per month. But what I realized was I hate coding. It's it's boring. Like, and there are always these small errors and things. And my specialty, like what I was really good at, was the design part of the web design, not necessarily the code part. So I started I became like an agency, but I didn't know what an agency was at that point. I didn't know agencies outsource. I just became like this freelancing guy that became an agency. Because what I would do is it would take me with the packaging and everything. It would take me 500. I could get $500 in a week because it would take me a week to finish that project, and I'd get $500 in return to it for it. So what I started doing was I'm really good at the design part. So I'll do the UI design and the copywriting because those are what I'm really good at. The code, the animation, everything, I'd find some other freelancer that's doing it for $100 and outsource to him. So then it went from I could take one $500 project in a week to I could take two in a week. But now I'm paying this other guy. So my margins decreased from $500 per project to around $400 per project. But now I could take two projects in a week. So $500 profit became $400 profit, but now I'm taking two, so $800 profit. So there's $300 in between. So that was my first agency experience, but I didn't know it was an agency at that time. Like I didn't know that's what an agency was like. You just outsource work. So that was my first experience. Then when I finished high school, after 12th grade was when I stumbled across an Iman Ghazi video randomly on my suggestion feed of YouTube. And it was really interesting. I'd read a lot of business books and entrepreneur books, and one of them, I think the something MBA, the personal MBA or something like that. I can't remember the name of the book exactly, but I think it's personal MBA, and it had a way to analyze a business, like a business idea, ways of analyzing business ideas. And what I did was, because I was planning, like, in 12th grade was when I decided, all right, I want to take the business route. I want to do my own thing, run my own businesses. So I had a bunch of business ideas that I was analyzing and looking through that, MBA structure of analyzing business ideas. And then when I came to this agency idea from Iman, like, I put the analyzing thing and it got a score that's way better than anything else I had. So I was like, wow, like, this agency business is a good business model. Like, that's good. So after like 4 videos later, I was like, yes, I'm starting this agency thing. And then I started sending cold emails, started reaching out to clients, started doing a lot of, because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really know what I was doing. But after about a month of no clients, no results, nothing, just a CRM with hundreds of prospects without any results, that's when I got into Agency Navigator and tried finding my way. Turns out that didn't help much.